Solving radical equations. Radical equations are equations that contain variables in the radicand, the expression under a radical symbol, such as the square root of 3x plus 18, which is equal to x, or square root of x plus 3 equals x minus 3, or we have two radicals in the same equation, square root of x plus 5 minus the square root of x minus 3 equals 2. Radical equations may have one or more radical terms, and are solved by eliminating each radical one at a time. We have to be careful when solving radical equations, and it is not unusual to find extraneous solutions. Extraneous solutions are roots that are not, in fact, solutions to the equation. These solutions are not due to a mistake in the solving method, but result from the process of raising both sides of an equation to a power. However, checking each answer in the original equation will confirm the true solutions. Now, radical equations is an equation containing terms with a variable in the radicand is called a radical equation. Given a radical equation, to solve it, isolate the radical expression on one side of the equal sign. Put all remaining terms on the other side. If the radical is a square root, then square both sides of the equation. If it is a cube root, then raise both sides of the equation to the third power. In other words, for an nth root radical, raise both sides to the nth power. Doing so eliminates the radical symbol. 3. Solve the remaining equation. Number 4. If a radical term still remains, then you want to repeat steps 1 through 2. Number 5. Confirm solutions by substituting them into the original equation. So for example 6, we're going to solve an equation with one radical. We want to solve the square root of 15 minus 2x, which is equal to x. Step number 1, the radical is already isolated on the left side of the equal side. So proceed to square both sides. So in order to eliminate this radical, the index is 2. So we're going to square both sides to eliminate the radical, so we end up with 15 minus 2x. And when you square the x, you get x squared. Now at this point, we need to be able to solve, and you can see that we have a degree of 2. If we do have a degree of 2, that means we have to get all our terms on one side and set it equal to 0. Because we see that the remaining equation is going to be a quadratic, so setting it equal to 0 and solve. So we're going to add 2x to the right side, subtract 15 to the right side, so that we can have a positive number in front of the x squared. So we have 0, which is equal to x squared plus 2x minus 15. So when we factor, we have negative 15, and then the middle number is 2. So what two numbers do we need to multiply to get negative 15 and add to get positive 2 is negative 3 and positive 5. So we have 0, which is equal to x plus 5 times x minus 3. So we have x plus 5 equals 0, so x is equal to negative 5, or x minus 3 is equal to 0, where x is equal to 3. Now the proposed solutions are negative 5 and 3. So let us check each solution back into the original equation, and first let's check negative 5. So we're going to plug in negative 5 into both values of x. So we have the square root of 15 minus 2 times negative 5. We want to see if that's going to equal negative 5. Well, this becomes 15 plus 10, which gives us 25. We want to see if that equals negative 5. Well, the square root of 25 is positive 5. That does not equal negative 5. So therefore, this is an extraneous solution. Now let's check x equals 3. We're going to plug in 3 for x. So we have the square root of 15 minus 2 times 3, which is equal to 3. 15 minus 6 gives you 9. Square root of 9 is 3, which is equal to 3. And so therefore, we know that this checks, and the solution set is 3.